In fact, during our first year of marriage, we barely saw each other because my wife was a teacher in town and I was often traveling. It was clear to us that a change was necessary. In the end, I composed an album with extensive keyboard work. Now I'm in need of a pianist, so I consulted her for advice, and she has graciously agreed to play the piano and sing background vocals for me. In addition to becoming a household figure in classic country music, Josh Turner represents resilience and unfaltering belief in a dynamic and unpredictable field. From his breakthrough single Long Black Train to his evergreen hits Your Man and Why Don't We Just Dance, his powerful voice has captivated audiences across the globe. What, though, allowed a boy from a rural South Carolina hamlet to become a country music superstar while being modest and loyal to his conventional beliefs? Subtle tunes and the limelight mask a difficult path. Josh Turner has shown that anything is possible with unwavering faith and persistence, overcoming obstacles such as a serious accident that almost ended his singing career and the difficulty of maintaining his classic musical style in the face of rapid modernization. He is a husband, a father, and a devout Christian whose journey is mostly about music, but it is also about his family and faith. What, then, has elevated this seemingly average man to the status of a legendary figure in classic country music? We may learn a lot about the inspiration behind Josh Turner's steadfastness in the face of adversity by exploring his background, work, and principles. Josh Turner came into this world in Hannah, South Carolina on November 20th, 1977. He came from a humble background in a sleepy little village where no one dared to dream of being a musician since it appeared like a pipe dream. Nonetheless, Turner's love for music, and gospel in particular, which has its origins in the Southern Christian communities, ran deep from an early age. He first heard the beautiful melodies of this holy music in a church setting, where he grew up in a very religious family. Singing in church with his mom and other members of the congregation gave him a good start when he was younger. Turner learned the importance of family and persistence in a loving, religious home, which had a major impact on his life and work. Turner did not always have an easy road to music, even though she was raised in an encouraging and motivating atmosphere. He knew that being a famous singer was a dream of his, but that he would need more than just natural ability to achieve it. Josh encountered doubt and other obstacles during his early performances at festivals and smaller events in South Carolina. Nevertheless, these challenges served to strengthen his will to work even more. Although Josh Turner overcame adversity in his youth, it laid the solid groundwork for his rise to stardom in country music. Turner opted to leave his comfort zone because he had lofty ambitions and an intense need to escape his small-town origins. Nashville is sometimes called the music center of the world, and he attended Belmont University there when he was a young man. This choice was a watershed moment that catapulted Turner from a potential voice to an artist fighting for a spot in the cutthroat music industry. By moving to Nashville, Turner was able to immerse himself in the country music scene and learn from seasoned musicians. But Turner encountered a huge obstacle in 1996, right when his career was starting to take form. His voice cords were severely damaged, and he found out about it during a school performance. He faced the prospect that he might never get back to singing after receiving this diagnosis, so he put his career on hold. Rather than giving up, Turner decided to begin again. He spent several hours in the practice studio singing traditional gospel and country tunes while studying how to safeguard his voice. His distinctive and strong style, which would later define his music, was shaped during this period of recovery and refinement. Turner learned both practical and spiritual lessons from the health challenge. This trying period, he said afterwards, deepened his trust in God and provided the musical inspiration for numerous songs with a spiritual subject throughout his career. The Grand Ole Opry performance Turner had in 2001 was a watershed moment for her career as a country music singer. He sang his original song, Long Black Train, for the first time that night. The audience was immediately moved by the haunting melody and the message of trust conveyed in the song. Turner went from being a relative nobody to a potential country music superstar because to the doors that were opened for him by this performance's tremendous popularity. Turner maintained his groundedness despite his early success. As the music industry started to embrace more contemporary genres, he was put under immense strain. Turner never wavered from classic country music, even when it required him to put in twice the effort to demonstrate that his music could still hold its own against newer, more modern sounds and resonate with younger listeners. Despite facing health challenges and shifting musical trends, Turner remained resolute. In addition to honing his skills, his formative years as an artist helped him to solidify his character and principles. He remained true to himself and his religion, no matter how difficult the path ahead became. Josh Turner overcame the obstacles in his early career and went on to achieve incredible success, cementing his position as a legend in traditional country music. His unwavering dedication to his musical style and the deep meanings he expressed via his songs contributed significantly to his popularity, along with his distinctive and strong voice. Long Black Train, Turner's debut album, was released in 2003 and was the first significant milestone in his career. A sermon served as inspiration for the title track, which became a symbol of strength for individuals fighting against life's temptations. With her distinctively profound and booming voice, Turner conveyed a profoundly spiritual message in Long Black Train. The song's captivating lyrics and eerie tune resonated with country music lovers of all stripes, but especially with Christians. Sales of nearly 1 million copies of the album cemented Turner's position as a champion of classic country music during a time when contemporary sounds were all the rage, and the album catapulted him to stardom. Turner wasn't content to sit on his debut success. His second album, 2006's Your Man, was a career-altering release for him. This album achieved platinum certification with over 2 million copies sold, marking not just a step forward, but a leap. Songs by Turner, such as Your Man and Would You Go With Me, were popular with listeners of all ages and topped the charts. By expertly blending classic country music with modern emotions, Your Man provided listeners with a delightful combination of the two. The simple yet enthralling love story, that is Would You Go With Me, was brought to life by Turner's passionate performance and the song's lyrical elegance. This record solidified Turner's place among country music's elite and proved once again how popular real classic country music can be. Everything Is Fine, Turner's third studio album released in 2007, further solidified his position. Although it failed to reach the same economic success as Your Man, it displayed Turner's remarkable storytelling skills. Despite retaining the depth and musical integrity that characterized Turner's sound, songs like Firecracker presented a lighthearted and happy tone. Turner could bring delight and amusement to his listeners in addition to his signature pensive ballads, as this album demonstrated. One of the highest honors bestowed upon a country music artist is admittance into the Grand Ole Opry, which Turner received in the same year. This honor was a tribute to his skill and a validation of his work in keeping the genre's traditions alive. Haywire, Turner's 2010 album featuring the single Why Don't We Just Dance? Zrenya, was released that same year. Turner was already a household name in country music when this song ruled the charts for 4 weeks in a row on Billboard's Hot Country Songs chart. A simple yet meaningful ode to love and the little things in life, the song struck a chord with listeners. Haywire was more proof that Turner could change his sound without straying from his origins. The 2012 album Punching Bag was another major accomplishment. Its breakout hit Time Is Love topped the country radio charts that year. The universally appealing themes of love and sacrifice in the song helped it stay popular and strengthened Turner's bond with his audience. A statement of Turner's creative growth and emotional maturity, Punching Bag was more than just an album. Deep South, Turner's 2017 comeback album, marked his return from a lengthy layoff. Album highlights like Hometown Girl helped propel the album to a first-week #1 on Billboard's Top Country Albums chart. In a music industry that is always changing and becoming more competitive, Turner's continued appeal was shown by this success. It seemed as if Deep South were an impassioned ode to his heritage and the ideals he held dear. I Serve a Savior, Turner's 2018 album, was a shining example of his devotion to gospel music. Through the spiritually charged songs on this special project, he was able to strengthen his Christian faith and forge a special bond with his listeners. showing that Turner can motivate people beyond just entertaining them. The CD was well received by country and gospel music lovers alike. Josh Turner has had his fair share of ups and downs in life, despite the illustrious career he has had. Despite facing personal traumas and professional pressures, Turner has remained steadfast in his viewpoint and continues to share the artistic Turner unveiled Country State of Mind in 2020, a massive undertaking that featured legendary musicians like Chris Christopherson, Randy Travis, and Chris Jansen, and paid tribute to country music greats through cover versions of their songs. The record has a unique sound and a nostalgic quality to it. It was more than simply an album. Country State of Mind reflected Turner's adoration and respect for the music style that had an impact on his career. In addition to his many accolades and top-charting albums, Josh Turner is known for his steadfast devotion to faith, perseverance, and classic values, all of which have been hallmarks of his career. As he continues to create music, Turner continues to win over fans and add to country music's rich history, solidifying his position as one of the most adored and esteemed performers in the business. Josh Turner is a modest guy who prioritizes his family and Christian faith over all else, despite the dazzling lights of his stage career and accomplishments. His family and principles will always come first, he has said, regardless of how successful he becomes professionally. Turner has been able to keep his life in check despite the stresses of the music industry because of the solid groundwork he has laid with these values. Jennifer Ford, who had been Turner's rock since the beginning, was his bride in 2003. Jennifer has become an essential part of Turner's life since they met while both were students at Belmont University in Nashville. In addition to being Turner's wife, Jennifer has been an advisor, companion, and, on occasion, musical partner. The couple's love and unshakable friendship were on full display in several of his music videos, including the legendary Your Man, in which she made an appearance. 3 boys, Hampton, Colby, and Samuel, are born to the happy couple. Being a dad is both a rewarding and difficult duty for Turner, and he talks about it regularly. Despite his busy touring schedule, Turner always finds time to be with his family. He is a dedicated father. He takes his kids on tour with him regularly to keep the family close, since he thinks it's important for them to see him. Turner views his children as the foundation of his family and is devoted to teaching them virtues such as humility, faith in God, and hard work. The importance of Turner's Christian faith in his life is substantial. In addition to being a devout Christian, he serves as an example to others by sharing inspiring words through his music. From his religious album, I Serve a Savior, to his song, Long Black Train, Turner's music often deals with spiritual topics. To Turner, music is about more than simply having fun. It's about reaching out to others and having meaningful conversations about important issues. Every time he takes the stage, he says, he feels an immense weight of duty to not just entertain, but also to convey things that touch people's hearts. Turner lives a modest life despite his prominence. On a Tennessee farm, he lives a tranquil existence with his family, which includes a wife and children. Turner loves being a farmer, taking good care of his livestock, and enjoying the little things with his loved ones. He has said that being in nature helps him stay grounded and gives him ideas for new songs all the time. Turner is very active in the community and gives back to charitable causes. Performing at benefit concerts on a regular basis, he is an outspoken supporter of youth music education programs. He fully embraces the responsibility of using his fame to make a positive impact on the community. Faith, family, and music all coexist in Josh Turner's private life in a balanced way. In addition to his artistic prowess, he is an example of humanism and devotion to his family. He has won the admiration and devotion of his listeners for his genuine, modest, and purposeful lifestyle. Having said that, things have not always been easy. Turner has encountered substantial hardships, which are hidden behind her triumphs and the impression of a peaceful family life. There have been many obstacles on his path, from devastating losses to the strain to keep his musical approach consistent in an industry that is always changing. Principles he cherishes. Tragically, Turner and his crew went through one of his most trying moments this year, 2019. While on tour in California, his band's tour bus was in a terrible accident that killed one crew member and injured several more. The incident affected Turner emotionally, even though he was not on the bus at the time. He said it was the worst thing that had ever happened to him. Turner resorted to his faith in music as coping mechanisms for his sadness following the accident. He took comfort in praying, spending time with his loved ones, and expressing himself musically. Turner did not let his grief consume him. Rather, he used it as motivation to pay tribute to his teammates and keep singing songs of resilience and optimism. As he says in interviews and in his work, this experience solidified his belief in the importance of faith in his life and career. Turner has endured immense pressure from the music industry during a time when country music is being more and more infused with modern influences, in addition to personal traumas. There is a lot of difficulty in sticking to a classic style. Turner, in contrast to many of his contemporaries, has stuck to classic country music, which is defined by its deep voice and emotionally rich tunes, in an effort to attract a younger audience. He has come clean about the fact that this is the harder road, but that it is in line with his identity and the principles reflected in his music. Professionals in the music business and producers frequently push musicians to experiment and follow trends, adding to the pressure to conform from both listeners and the industry at large. Turner, though, has been unyielding. Rather than following fads, he has decided to be authentic and connect with his fans through genuine music. Although this strategy may have cost him some lucrative possibilities, it has won him a devoted following of people who appreciate and adore his unfaltering beliefs. Country music superstar Josh Turner has addressed hardship and offered hope through his songs. Fans who need solace in music might find inspiration on his albums like I Serve a Savior and Long Black Train. Traditional values and the transforming power of music are central to Turner's unwavering dedication, even in the face of adversity and pressure. Heating things up in this country, Music Thing, two of his significant accomplishments, have confirmed his evergreen appeal. In 2024, Turner displayed his commitment to maintaining and advancing classic country music through his Greatest Hits tour, which featured live performances of his iconic tunes. He has left an indelible mark on music, education, and collaboration, leaving a legacy that extends far beyond his critically acclaimed albums and numerous accolades. Not only is Josh Turner a phenomenal country music singer, but he is also a representation of tenacity, devotion, and everlasting principles. These qualities are borne out in his classic songs and his sincere commitment to sharing human values through audio. Rising from humble origins in a South Carolina village, Johnny triumphed against insurmountable odds to become a legendary figure in classic country music. Turner has achieved remarkable success over the past 20 years, thanks to his rich, full voice, unique musical style, and steadfast devotion to his loved ones and religion. In the face of constant change in the music industry, Turner has never wavered from his beloved style, penning songs that not only entertain, but also speak volumes about the meaning of life. From Long Black Train to this country Music Thing, each of his CDs is an artistic legacy that reflects his human values and artistic vision. Josh Turner exemplifies the ideal combination of a successful professional life and a satisfying personal life. Despite the ever-changing music industry, he has managed to stay true to himself and his principles, allowing him to maintain his own character. Both Turner's music and his lifestyle stand out. They are authentic, unpretentious, and centered on what really counts. What further shocks does Turner have in store for him as he continues his journey? Will people all throughout the globe always be moved by his genuine, authentic country music? We are all looking forward to that with great anticipation. Tell us what you think about Josh Turner and the principles he stands for via his music, so that we may keep delving into the motivational tales of remarkable artists like him. Please subscribe, like, and comment. My sincere appreciation for your time. Till our next video, take care. Leave it.